19 in Atlanta, we did it again, similar thing, and had it hybrid. Then in 2020, they canceled the conference in Denver, I believe, that year. Is that right? Anyway,
Yes.
but we, the Electronic Village Online, gave the presentation anyway online at about the time that it would actually have happened in Denver had it been then. So we were I think we had an event later for that. And then last year we didn't. Oh, there's a virtual conference last year as well. So, and we were part of that. So basically, we've done this often before, and Jane and I are going to talk about EVO Minecraft MOOC. And that's our session, the EVO. We've been doing this for 8 years now. This is our 8th year, and we started in 2015. And this year we have, let me see if I can move this little window here. Okay, so we have, I'm the lead moderator of the EVO Minecraft MOOC since 2015. And Aaron Schwartz is one of all the co-moderators are listed here. Aaron Schwartz handles the back end. He keeps the server running. He has possibly the hardest job, I would think, or it's the toughest. Barbara Stevens, my wife, is co-moderating with us this year. Katrina Maria, all these are in alphabetical order, by the way. And Katrina is someone who was so prominent last year that we asked her to be a moderator this year. She's very personable and is learning and is therefore a good model for other participants. And then Heike Philp, who is also co-moderating the Building in Virtual World session. And she'll be talking later, but she was a part of this one. She might have a word to say at some point. And then Jane Xian and Matty Tsai, who is her son. So we encourage people to bring their children, and we have lots of young people joining us. We learn from them. And Jeff Kuhn, who he and I wrote an article in, anyway, so there's a last slide here shows some references. It's Kuhn and Stevens, and it's about participatory cultures. And then we also have Dakota Redstone and Olive Tree Lighthouse, who were moderators in the past, but are not really operating in moderator capacity, except that they really are de facto moderators, and we really appreciate their work. The links at the bottom of these slides will work. So at some point we need to give you the link to the slideshow, the slide presentation, and so that you could hit those links. But we'll distribute that at some point. Okay, so there's Bobby and Heike, my wife Bobby Bear. That's what she looks like in actual fact. She has no avatar. She is an avatar. And why did you include this slide, Jane?
Yeah, this is our opening event. We always started with an opening event, and Dakota built an area and invited us for a fish fry event, social event, so that we can get together and know each other to start off the EVO Minecraft MOOC. Yeah. And
okay, next slide. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so we're fishing, and these are the people who attended, and we really enjoyed getting together and fishing and learning how to put our fish in a campfire and get it cooked. Nice.
Yeah, this is a good example of language activity, because some people don't know how to fish. You have to get them fishing poles or teach them how to make them, and then you explain how to fish, how to throw. You can see the lower right, there's a fishing rod. You throw that into the water, you catch fish, and you can take that fish back to where we were a moment ago and cook it. It's just an activity that is kind of like the old moves, the multi-object virtual environments that we used to habitate, except that this one is richer in many ways. And then, of course, the immersive worlds that Doris and Heike are talking about are intensively, immersive. So, and this also has lots of language activity, which they'll talk about. Okay.
And then because we're communicating through Discord, and there are a lot of participants, we have, and so also we have like young learners who were there joining us, and we were actually talking over each other, and we had a discussion on how do we communicate through Discord when it's in a crowd like this, and having conversations on the online voice communication etiquette. And that's something that we ought to teach our young learners as well. So that's a lesson learned through the event. Yes.
Again, it's a point of discussion, and for language learners, it's a real topic that you can discuss with your learners. And in this particular case, the kids they were just unaware that they were being distracting, but once they figured that out, they became very polite and reasonable after that. And what were they distracting us about? They were having us all ride around on these striders. This is something they get from the netherworld. They brought them up from the netherworld. You can only find them in the netherworld, or if you join EVO Minecraft MOOC, you might find them just about anywhere. But anyway, they brought these up and showed us how to ride them. To ride them, you have to carry a warped mushroom on that stick, and that makes the strider go. You can also ride horses in Minecraft, but striders are kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else about that, Jane?
Perhaps the next slide.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, Maddie put together this strider riding, and he left us a note, and this is the note he had written. Hi there. Hey there, man. Want to get a ride? Introducing the rideable freezing blocks. You just take a warped fungus on stick and rent one. It's free. Just don't let them perish into white smoke, Maddie. And so Maddie and I are based in Taipei, Taiwan, and so English is to us is a foreign language, and to Maddie as well. And he has learned so much by participating in this community, and me as his mom observing how his language develops over the years, and was documented by advanced over these years from he was very young, like at the age of 4. You could really see his progress in terms of speaking, communicating, and finally he's able to write something and type it up something. And although you still notice that he still needs some work on the writing conventions, but I'm really glad that about this platform, Minecraft MOOC, engaging in learners and also educators. We so we get to know how learners learn in this Minecraft world. Yes.
Yeah, the last slide is references, and Jane's article that she wrote in TESOL EJ about vocabulary development using Maddie and a few of his friends in Minecraft is there. And also last year we put together, I made transcriptions of a discussion that we had at one of the Best of EVO events. And that was very revealing about what people are learning. For example, typing skills, accents. I never thought of that, but they learn accents from one another, which just never seems to come up in other contexts. So, okay, what's next?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we really enjoy building, and Dakota loves building extravagant things like this pyramid, and we were having fun around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a dynamic map. We're not going to show it to you here, but we can find these places on our map, and we can see the relationships to the various places, and we can see. So we often go to Dakota's pyramid because it's a neat place to hang out. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And who built this?
And Maddie, when he was in 4th grade, I took him to visit the Statue of Liberty. And what's nice about Minecraft is kids get to build what they encounter and what, in the real life, and go through like some of the histories. And when he showed this build to his friends was asking, why isn't it a green? And, so he sort of had to explain to his friends. And this is like a great example of how you could carry on a conversation and go into details of something in a real world, and because of the Minecraft build by the learners. Yep.
Okay, I just checked the chat. I don't see any questions there. I don't know if I told people, we have a well-behaved audience, but we appreciate if you stay muted, and if only the presenters have their videos on. That's standard, going to be standard for all the Best of EVO events. And if you have a question, you can put it in the text chat and put a Q in front of it, and that will alert Doris, who's monitoring that you have a question. And we're 15 minutes into our presentation, so we have another half hour for our part of it. But of course, we don't want to be talking the whole time, but we'd like to leave, if you have any questions, we're going to leave a little time for that. By 6:30, we're going to hand over to Doris and Heike. Okay, let's see, the next slide, a game we all played.
Yeah, and this is, so Maddie is the tech person in, Minecraft. He has the skills of building a mini game, and setting up something like this. This is the Year of the Tiger, and he's set up a mini game for us to play like every year. This involves redstone, which I don't know much about it. So he learns the language from the community by communicating with us, and I learned the building techniques, the redstones and all that from him. Yeah.
Yeah, again, another example of how you interact with students about real topics, things of interest to both of you. You're the teacher, but suddenly you're the learner. They're the teachers. And that's one interesting thing that Minecraft does, I think. Okay, so now it's time for me to talk a little bit. I've patterned EVO Minecraft MOOC on Dave Cormier's video, which you can, 5 steps to succeed in a MOOC. And by the way, MOOC, as far as I'm concerned, stands for Minuscule Open Online Course. The principles for a minuscule open online course are the same as for a massive open online course, except there are fewer people. But the principles are pretty much the same. It happens this way year after year. The first week, people orient, because MOOCs are confusing by definition. So people have to figure out, what's the lay of the land here? Where am I? How do I communicate? So we give people a week to do that. And then the second week, declare. That's where Dave says that people can start explaining who they are and why they're there. And the third week is network. People start networking. We start sharing networks. For example, we had VSTE, Virginia Society for Teaching and Education, Technology and Education. Yeah. Okay. And VSTE has a Minecraft MOOC every month, once a month, the first Monday in every month, I believe, Minecraft Monday. And so we made them part of our first ever Minecraft one-day conference on language learning. And people in MOOCs, after the third week, they start networking, but then we find out we are in different time zones, and people with like interests start clustering together. And 5 is really where you focus, but it could it extends into after the MOOC. So I'm not sure if I click this, what will happen. Let's see. This is the this is our conference site. It's let's see. Okay, so this let's see if I can go down to find the. Oh, that's the. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, here we go. There we go. So this is our announcement for the conference, and it happened on February 8th. And you can find out everything that happened here, including all the recordings. So we're going to talk a little bit about what happened at the conference, and because this is a really unique event. Okay, if I hit, how do I get out of here? Let's see if I go back, what will happen? No. How do I close that? No, that doesn't work either. Maybe I should, oh, okay. So I stopped the share kind of inadvertently. I'll come back here. Let's see, I'll start the share again. And so I'm going to have to clean up here. I don't see the, oh goodness, I think I've closed everything.
Oh, okay. I can
Yeah,
share mine.
yeah, you go ahead and share. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Good, we have a backup.
Okay.
You can take it from Dave's slide and you can go on to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me.
Excellent. You see how we work together, we all collaborate. So yeah, you come down to
Slide. How's that?
10. No, you need to go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's I just showed you all the events were recorded. I'm not going to click that link, but that takes you to this blog post. And that blog post has all the recordings listed there. And you just click on them and you can see them. So they're either in YouTube or they're in Facebook. All right, you want to move on, Jane? Coming down to 20 minutes after the hour.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, this is the first one there was James York's presentation. He didn't actually do a presentation, he just held a discussion. You can see on the left there, part of our dynamic map, you can see where we're sitting in this, sort of a compound. We're sitting around a table, which Dakota made for us very quickly. At some point, we started standing on each other's heads. We got tired of sitting around the table. And basically, we had a discussion about what's the language benefit from Minecraft? How easy is it to implement? And let's hold that question because we'll come back to it in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to go over to Walton's presentation?
Mm-hmm.
Walton showed us how he creates scripts for activities which will help him to communicate with students in Minecraft. So he sets up tasks for them, they do the tasks, and he's got scripts which keep track of their progress. And that's his pagoda, which he built in order to house his presentation. Okay, do you want to go to the next one? Okay, so this is Robert and Robert, Kuma Rob, and it's one of the Roberts. They're from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
What they did was they built this area, which actually they didn't build it like this. Dakota came along and he filled in the ceiling and decorated it quite a bit, which is another really interesting aspect of Minecraft. Everyone's a builder, everyone's a creator. Mm-hmm. Again, you can click on that YouTube link and you can see their presentation, mm-hmm. But they were meaning to have us write in books. They had a wall over here to the left. You can't see the wall, but there's a wall there where we posted ideas for how they could run their resource center. They had a resource center and they were trying to integrate Minecraft into it. How can they do that? How could they use Minecraft to get Japanese language learners to open up with language? Yep. So we all posted over there.
Mm-hmm. And they use Minecraft as a platform for self-learning, as a self-learning center for college students, and have monthly build challenges for them too. Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah. And then I don't know if Heike is here. She could say something about her presentations. She talked about Excalibur. Chris Binder talked about Minetest, which is a free open source Minecraft kind of like environment that is very interesting because it's open
It's
source.
open source.
Open source, it's
And-
free.
And
Yeah.
then Andrea Benassi, if I can just come back to James's question, what are people doing in Minecraft to help language learners, practically speaking? Andrea works in Italian schools, and he had many examples. So he pretty much answered that question. So Heike, if you could take just a few minutes to.
Actually, you said most of it already, so that's perfectly okay. The presentations have been very fascinating, and Andrea Benassi works for Indire, which is the Italian research organization. They do a lot of piloting in schools, and they are quite ahead of time with regards to in the European field. It's a great privilege to be able to work with them, and Indire is once again, Ewell is once again a project partner in Excalibur. Excalibur is a project that is about to start, which will take 2 years. It has received funding to develop expertise for teachers on how to use this environment to facilitate language learning and to encourage the students to build, if possible, with the sustainable goals in mind. Yeah, so this is the long Excalibur acronym of things, and but this is, as I said, it's just about to start, and takes 2 years. And then we had Chris Binder explain about MindTest, and MindTest is a beautiful alternative for those who cannot afford the Java version of Minecraft and who cannot use the Minecraft version of Microsoft, which is also free for if you have the Office suite. So it's for those out there in the field who are left without any alternatives. MindTest and their Block-A-Lot administration tool is a great tool for teachers to have students join the space to build without, and also with security concerns, very easy and free. And that's it from my side. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Block-A-Lot helps you make maps. So it looks like Jane's going to tackle the question of why Minecraft at school. She didn't answer it here on this slide. She'll answer it now.
Oh, no, this is
this is from Andrea's presentation. Okay. On the link on Heike's slide, there's a link to all 3 presentations all together in one YouTube video, but each of the presentations is also split into its own. So if you go to the blog post that we showed you, you can, that's Learning Together, learningtogether.net. If you go there, that's one of the most recent posts. So you can play all of the, you can get all of the videos. And the one-day conference in Minecraft, it's a first because we've been doing a lot of virtual conferences lately, especially with TESOL, but and it's a conference on language learning. But this is a conference in Minecraft about language learning. It's the first that we're aware. I keep saying this, nobody's challenged me on it. So I think it's the first time anybody has set up a conference on language learning in Minecraft. And so it's interesting in that respect. Okay. So now this is Jane's presentation.
So I did a presentation on an analysis of Minecraft activities for language learning, but I think this is the slide I would like to emphasize. So as we observe, like Maddie, young learners participate in a Minecraft world for language learning, we look at their language competence. Maddie started low in this area, and with low language competence, not being able to speak much English, but being able to listen and comprehend what others were saying, and also the Minecraft skills. Okay, this part would be Minecraft skills would be low Minecraft skills and low language competence. And then as time moves on and he keeps on playing and communicating in this on our server, interacting with Emmanuel from Brazil, and also who else was, I forgot her name, based in Europe. And there were, so his language, he is able to, communicate in English more, and his Minecraft skills advances. And right now he's here in this area where he could build mini games and, do role plays, narrative storytelling with, high Minecraft skills and high language competence. And for teachers, all we need is start from here. We have high language competence, or native speakers, or and then we need the Minecraft skills from this area and moves on to the this area.
Yeah, and that's the purpose of EVO Minecraft MOOC. And by the way, we have 2 minutes. Okay, so yes, excellent. Okay, so the purpose of EVO Minecraft MOOC, which should probably have been said at the very beginning, is to give teachers experience in Minecraft and help us learn from each other and be models for each other. And it's just in time learning. We tried setting up little tutorials along the way. We've been doing this for 8 years, but I just personally gave up on that. It's best just to get people into the world. If people aren't going to come into the world anyway, they're just not going to learn it. And I know Doris will have a lot to say about that, because she skillfully brings people into her metaverse. Yeah, into Open Sim, actually. Okay. Now, these references, that first article, I mentioned that Jane had an article in TESOL EJ, so that's research she did on language development. Kuhn and Stevens is the second one down here. And the next to the bottom, which is Stevens 2021, March 27th, that has lots of examples of how, of what we said. That's a transcript of a conversation that we had at the last TESOL conference. And there's also a page of more articles at the Pedagogy of Minecraft link at the very bottom of this slide. And I think I'm going to put the link to the slides in the text chat once I get off the stage. Is there any, there's one more slide. Yes, thank you very much for attending our presentation. And it looks like we're turning over to Heike and Doris just in time. So we'll let them introduce their session. Please keep your microphones muted. Please keep your video off for us, please. And if you have questions, I saw a question come in a moment ago. So I guess we'll take questions at the end if we have time.
Yes.
And,
And
okay.
there are 2 questions. There is
Okay.
one about how to avoid students becoming game addicted. And the next question is, what is the minimum age group to use Minecraft? Okay,
I can, the minimum age group, it's been used with young children pre-literate. So kids can learn how to play Minecraft at a very early age. Maybe 2 is a little too early, 3 or 4, surely by 4, by 4 they can do it. And as far as the other question was, how do we avoid addiction? Actually, we're not trying to avoid addiction. We're trying to encourage addiction to learning a language. It's that's actually, that kind of addiction constructively channeled is what makes Minecraft work for certain students. Jane mentioned the person, a person that
Emmanuel?
Like no. Mariana Schmolchetz. Is that who you were thinking of?
Philip.
Philip, yeah, Philip Schmolchetz is her son, and that's how we actually got started with EVO Minecraft MOOC. She did a study about her son's language development, how he became fluent by interacting with other students, because he's in Croatia. His language is Croatian. And also to learn Minecraft, they had to watch videos. They didn't understand a word. And he told me when I went and visited them in Croatia that the language just emerged. So it's effective when kids really get into the flow in Minecraft. So I don't think a game addiction itself is the problem, but you want them to get into the language. You want them to get into the game so that they can use that to learn their language. Okay. All right.
Well,
Thank you.
thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I took 2 minutes of your time.
Okay, Heike, now it's your turn.
Thank you very much indeed. And this can just encourage you to look at the conference, the Minecraft MOOC conference, the one-day conference, because what's been put together here is very, very unique. And we thank Vance very much for organizing this. So wonderful to lead. And I'm happy to start my presentation on the immersive storytelling, immersive building. Immersive storytelling was last year. Okay. Also have the chat open. Feel free to ask questions, and I'm just to send. Jane, if you could check out the links that I just sent you in private chat, if you could paste them bit by bit into the public chat, if that's okay, as we're going through. Thank you so much. So Best of EVO, a really great privilege to be hybrid virtual in Pittsburgh. Sorry, that was first slide. So next slide. Thank you very much for inviting us. We've been really proud to conduct the immersive building in virtual worlds and virtual reality. And thank you, Mastoda. And I'm going to show you some really, really great examples of new 3D software that has blown our minds and that are officially classed virtual reality, but that offer teachers the possibility to build a 3D environment within minutes and to encourage the students to join in seconds and encourage the students to build in the 3D environments within 10 minutes. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm so proud that this fantastic team of moderators that you see in front of us has joined. We've been 10 moderators and 1 co-moderator who especially showed us a specific platform. And so we looked at a number of solutions in the 5 weeks, which was attended to by 150 participants, very exciting. And I mentioned before that the expression virtual worlds and virtual reality, which we chose, immersive building in virtual worlds and virtual reality. Last summer, when we proposed the session, this was the state. In the autumn, it was called the metaverse. So we could we could proudly show that we've been looking at the metaverse here. So we went into OpenSim kindly. OpenSim is similar to Second Life, very good building possibilities. Frame VR.io, which is the one I'm very excited about. Mozilla Hub's fantastic, open source again, AllSpace VR. These were the 4 solutions that we looked at. Hi, Ashfan. Welcome to the session. In OpenSim, we already established a beautiful 4Sim island with great excitement. Last year, we built on it. And this year, we said, here's the plot of land. Let's build EduNation Village. And this is what it looked like afterwards. I'm not sure whether it's very small. Obviously, it's a bird's eye perspective here. But if you go to Kitely, and everybody can go at any time, you will see here a huge workshop on how to build idioms in OpenSim. So we conducted general building workshops, idioms building workshops, which is so fun because you can, with a few elements, you can build these, the lame duck icon sort of thing, or who's has the cut got your tongue, and things like really great idioms, amazing array of idioms. And then we did this building workshop in Frame VR, AllSpace as well, Mozilla Hubs. And now we have a new location for EduNation. So EduNation Edunation is the name of the 2 islands that we run in Second Life. And now the new island in Kitely, another 4 islands in Kitely, are also called Edunation. So if you Google Edunation, this is also something where you find. What I would like to point you to is the B Languages PB Works. So if we could perhaps, Jane, if you could put this in the chat, because on this site, that wiki is where we collect all of the information about language learning in virtual worlds that we've been around and doing this for 15 years. That includes all the number of EVO-funded projects, but that also includes the conferences we conducted in the past, and we are now part of Virtual World Best Practice in Education, a language strand of that bigger conference, and also the EVO sessions, everything. So we're going to go to the V Languages wiki in a minute. I would like to, sorry, not to thank you, but I would like to change over to this one because I would like to show you the beautiful results. And I'm going to show live some of these results. So this is the wiki, the Languages wiki. Thank you, Aisha. And here you will find on the homepage on front, you'll find the immersive building session as we conducted it and the beautiful results. So you will find that here's the name of the person who conducted the session. Who produced the results. Sorry, we conducted the building workshops, but our participants created with these environments amazing sites. And so Cristiana Pivetta was one of the participants. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can do that, actually. It's a good point. So I can share that one like this now. Great asking. Because I didn't give this to Jane. I forgot about this one. So you're welcome. So Cristiana Pivetta was participant of the work of the EVO session, and she started to build in iframe VR. And she was so excited. She is a very master builder in other environments, and she uses Blender. And what she did, she created a specific building in Blender and then imported this in iframe. So let's look quickly at her sites. And here is the Museum Dante and the Domus Romana. And Mohammed, you have a question. Would you like to put the question in text chat and I'll address it same time? So do you see iframe build up? Okay, this is the environment. All I do is I put my name in here. I type Heike. I click on connect, and this is how easy your students can go in. So permit this to build up. It's the space that she used here is the so-called gallery space. And what she built here is a site with information about Dante. The students can walk through here. They can click on a few things. So whenever they click on it, they get information. They can read the information, or they can click here to visit other rooms. We found there's no end of rooms to this iframe. Everybody can use iframe 3 different sites for free. iframe is produced by Verbila, and Verbila itself is rather expensive, and iframe has become their kind of common solution for it. It supports voice, as you can see, microphone. It supports people, so you can, with this very simple link, FrameVR.io Dante, people can go there and soon start to interact. As I said, everyone can do this. And then there is, for each of the 3 spaces that you can get for free, you can, there's the first visitor, look at that. How quickly. Yes, this is what they look like, the avatars. but you can change the avatar to a human-looking one. At the moment, it's a robot. He looks the other way. That's why I don't see his eyes, you know, his or her eyes. That's it from the front. Okay. So, and this is how quickly students can go in. One of the teachers, she created a site. I'll show you that again from the results page. She created a site here. This is Georgia Manetta, participant. She created a site called Frame VR, the UK. So she built, and allow me to leave this quickly because I'd like to just click on the UK. As I said, it builds up in a few seconds. There's no software to be installed. No, you can easily build there. I'll show you in a minute the samples of students, what they did. It's not that they can just go there and walk in. Allow it to build up. And as you can see, everything about the UK. There's information, there's poems, there's videos. You can embed, yes, Dipti, it's free. You can put in objects like the Big Ben, you know, here, who is she? Then when you click on it, you get links to websites so that students can check this out. Absolutely stunning. We were blown away, to be honest. And this is the technology I have been waiting for 15 years. 15 years. So, but I'll talk you through because iframe is one really, really great discovery that we made. Thanks to Jennifer, by the way. And here we have Jennifer's side. Jennifer, one of the moderators, she gave a workshop and she invited us all into this iframe. And look at that. The amazing thing is that we as participants, when we joined her session, as I said, within 10 minutes, we were able to res 3D objects like this Winnie the Pooh. You know, somebody, Peter just res Winnie the Pooh. Or here, this person added a picture. iframe is free. You get 3 iframes for free, and you can take 15 students in this space. And there is a lot of, as you can see here, it's blue, or at the top, there's this gallery. These are the so-called templates you can use. There's a ton of templates. They include outdoor spaces, beaches, islands. They include exhibition spaces like these ones here. They include free sitting areas. So that the background, basically, the spaces, the environments, yeah. There are tons of templates. Every one of the 3 free frames that you get, so they're called frames. Every one of these frames can have up to 12 rooms and even more. We stopped at 12. We thought it's endless even that you can have rooms. So you can take your students from room to room and different rooms for different purposes, like breakout rooms, as it were. An online Easter egg hunt, Mirella. What a great idea. So, and here I wanted to show you this picture of Helen or Karelia. Some of us know her, Helen Myers. She raised this frog. She was in the space 10 minutes. And that was so stunning for us. I mean, really incredible. Equally good, but still a little bit clunkier, I would say, and a little bit not as nice graphics, I would say, is Mozilla Hubs. But Mozilla Hubs is open source, and so there's no limit to using it. So with iframe is a commercial solution, but no software needed, and you only get 3 free. It's a bit like Padlet, you know, we get 3 Padlets. But here, Mozilla Hubs is completely open source, and I'd like to show you Mozilla Hubs as well. But I want to move on now. When it builds up, I let it build up. Because we created in OpenSim beautiful environments like the really funny Baba Yaga house. And it was so funny because this house behaved like Baba Yaga house. We laughed our heads off. because we showed the teacher how to make the house fly by creating an invisible avatar and by putting this house on her shoulder as you went, and then fly off. And when she did it, she changed the physics of the house as well. So this house behaves, Baba Yaga could believe it. It was so funny when she presented it. And beautiful other buildings. Here, Lucia, this tent. Stunning, Alicia created a whole site of a historic moment in Poland. And Zainab Musavi, some of you might know as well, she created this beautiful tapestry gallery. Peter Omal created a house. Here's Barbara's workshops with all of the beautiful idioms that she created. You have to go. She also has amazing amount of slides for idioms. And here's the description of EVO. So if you go to vlanguagespeopleworks.com, you'll get to the results of our beautiful EVO sessions. And we're so proud of what our participants have. We're so proud how much time they spent on it. And this brings me to an end also of the last slide, which is this one. So if we can just copy paste the YouTube of these, yeah, and open for questions anytime. The same session next year. We always expand and we always increase, like, look for new challenges, because EVO is not only a beautiful way to invite people to learn, but it's also a fantastic way for us core moderators of these sessions to train ourselves. Yeah, experiment, of course, but it's our own training set, interestingly, isn't it? Yeah. So we love to teach or train this, but at the same time, we learn more than our participants. As usual, EVO, be encouraged to use, to do EVO.
Okay, but it's always, a big community of educators in this virtual world. So if you're interested, just contact us and we'll help you get there. And yeah, there is always next sessions next year with wonderful things to do too. So everybody's invited.
Mm-hmm. And I heard next year it's going to be called Metaverse.
Yeah, now everything
Buzzword.
is Metaverse.
Yeah.
And I need to mention that Doris did a stunning session on importing mesh. And just like these 3D objects, which I showed to you, these 3D objects, to import these into a virtual world like OpenSim, Doris is the absolute expert in doing that.
Elena is also here. Elena is around and she's also a wonderful builder. She also have a session on building. So Elena, if you want to turn off your camera and say hello. Yes, she was also a moderator. She worked, a lot of people passionate about this, and they are here. Yes, Elena is here. Yeah.
She's teaching at the same time. I think she's muted. And
okay.
Normally she's teaching a full-time.
Oh, let me give her permission so she can come. Where is it?
Yeah, there she is. I mean, I can.
Nelly?
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm
Can
looking
you give
for
her
too. I'm looking.
Believe me,
Helena.
Where are you, Helena?
I found her. Yeah.
Helena's teaching an adult class right now. It's possible that she can't switch on webcam.
She said that she wants to. She says
Yeah,
no permission.
okay,
she's here, of course.
I'm here.
Beautiful Elena from Greece.
Yeah, and thank you so much for presenting this. It's been a fantastic experience once again this year, working together with a beautiful team of colleagues, moderators, but also teachers from around the world. I'm sorry I can't share my screen, or can I? I'm at the school right now.
You can do anything.
Oh yes, here I am. Okay, can you see my background?
Wonderful.
It's a different location.
Haircut.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's the end of the first part of my working day, and I'm sorry I couldn't attend earlier, but Heike has encompassed everything really, and you've shown some.
If you want to share your screen, and we've still got 8 minutes, feel free.
It's okay. You've covered me fully, trust me. And it was nice sharing my knowledge, my skills. Well, part of it anyway, teaching our colleagues about how they can script, how they can texture, how they can insert media and sound. And I'm sure there's much more to do. And when Nelly asked Heike if it's possible, if we're considering repeating the session next year, I'm sure if we repeat it, there's going to be new outcomes, and it's going to be fantastic. Thanks a lot. That's all from me for the moment.
Zainab is here as well.
Zainab's here. Lovely. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, Helena.
Thank you too, Vance.
Zainab, feel free. I've given you right. Feel free to share your experiences.
Zainab is special. She has been with us for 2
Hi,
years
everyone.
right now, and she's our, wonderful start.
Thank you so much for this wonderful team. Thank you all. I couldn't participate in the classes because of my internet, but the moderators were very useful, and they taught me all the things step by step again. And thank you for that. Thank you so much.
I think you have in the site, Heike, you have Zainab's work. Maybe you can show it. Share the screen and show her work. Well, we still have 6 minutes, so if you have any questions, please feel free now that we are here. In virtual worlds right now, and there is going to be a big conference that is called Virtual World Best Practices in Education, and it's happening on the 31st, from the 31st of March to the 1st of April, the 2nd of April. And there you will have a chance to contact and network with a lot of educators and from different virtual platforms, VR and virtual world. So you are all invited to come.
Zainab, do you want to say a little bit about your beautiful build? Look, it really, the building, and it shines at night. We had to.
Yes, we made a carpet gallery. Helena helped me how to add the objects to the gallery and how to make the building, because I didn't know anything. I couldn't attend the class, but 2 times during one day, she helped me. She was very patient, and she helped me how to make a building, how to add the pictures, how to change the textures, and how to resize the objects. And it was a wonderful experience for me. Thank you so much, Helena.
Thank you. Any more questions from the audience? Can I ask you a question, the audience, if you could? Do you know of any 3D building spaces that we can explore next year that we should go into to learn how to build there and how to make the environment and shape the environment the way we do? Minecraft obviously being such a beautiful 3D environment to work and create in.
Engage. I discovered that yesterday. It is, wow. It is really, really nice.
Engage. Good
Engage.
point you're saying it, because for the virtual world best practice in education, Amani Al-Khahat, who is in New York, and she has been a moderator of our EVO session. she presented to us Allspace VR. But this evening that's 2 p.m. San Francisco time, and that's 5 p.m. New York time, and that's 10 o'clock in Europe. And she will take everyone through it's called an immersive experience for the virtual world best practice and education conference, which takes place next week. And the immersive experiences are 1 week ahead of the conference. And she will take us into Engage. I rehearsed it with her yesterday. Engage VR, which is fantastic. It's not free though, or very limited free version of Engage, but it's stunning, beautiful VR environment. I can...
And something that you can, something that is really important is that you get used to all these worlds, because this is where conferences and training is going to be happening. So this is a lot of digital literacy, just to go, maybe you think, oh, this is too complicated, I cannot use that in the classroom, but it is good to know about it. And when the time is right, then you will be ready for that. That's my story with when I discovered virtual worlds. I didn't have a computer or connection or the knowledge, and but I started attending conferences, and EVO has been very important for this. EVO was the one that opened, EVO Village was the one that opened our, my interest for virtual worlds, and I've been there since then. So this is something that you can do by visiting the different places, and then, pick and choose, and you get confident, and one day you're having your classes too, and bringing your students. Yeah, Roblox is also very popular for games.
Yes, and yeah, because it's when we talk about metaverse, so Second Life, and then I was surprised that Minecraft and Roblox is also mentioned as one of the most potential platforms for that as well. With Roblox Studio, kids are able to create their own game in the 3D world. So
these are called sandboxes. Okay, yeah. In a sandbox you go build and create. That's why these games are wonderful. I mean, these platforms are wonderful for students.
Can I thank everyone for being here at this session, and tell Jane, please enjoy Pittsburgh. Let us know what's happening in Pittsburgh.
Please,
thank you.
Everybody turn off your camera so we can take a picture. Please, everybody.
Please turn on your cameras so we can take a picture.
Yes.
A little Zoom.
Turn on your cameras. Turn on your cameras, and, if you're there.
Thanks to Carl
like
for putting this
hybrid. Hey, let's talk about peace. Yes, peace, people.
Many thanks to Carl computer system language.
Could you do something like this, or we support Ukrainian and peace in the world and things, something like that? Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, say cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you all.